you have all looked forward to this. The week flew by. New program guide at the library. It's also online on addisonlibrary.org. Not a lot going on for me personally between today and next Thursday, but next Thursday is a doubleheader. I've got Marty back with chair yoga, and I've also got Don Grossnickel doing his tribute to his grandmother who immigrated from Sweden. It's called My Maja. It is a grandson's tribute. It's awesome. I've seen the previews, and I cannot wait for that program as well. But back to the business of today, as we always like to see her. Marty is here in studio, waiting to join us with her awesome session for chair yoga. Please feel free to sign up, but just check out the YouTube titles, all a backlog. Everything is there for you. You can catch up with whatever you have missed and join us every week at 10 a.m. So without further ado, thanks, Marty.
Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate it. Hey there, you guys. Welcome to Chair Yoga. Whether it's your first time coming here today or you've been here a dozen of times with us, it's always good just to remember to listen to your body. We're in our own spaces. We're in our own place. So, use that opportunity to really move with freedom. Listen to your body. Listen to those restrictions today. Obviously, today I'm sitting in a different area. I figured it'd be nice to try something out that's different, not in my couch. I know a lot of you guys have been sitting in your computer desk seats because obviously you're on your computer. So I figured I'd do that today too, so I can get a little feel for where you guys are at. So without any more delay, let's start. So get yourself somewhere really comfortable in your seats. Make sure that you can relax yourself into it, whether it's sitting up tall or relaxing all the way back. We'll start off by inhaling those shoulders up to our ears. And then exhale, roll them down and back. Good. Let your eyelids close here. Just start to breathe. Let's take a couple deep, long breaths together. Big breath in. Long breath out. Good. One more time. Big breath in. Big breath out. Just start to give your body this permission to relax. Let your body fully arrive in this space. Feel your shoulders roll away from your ears. Taking a moment just to set your intention for your practice today. Whatever brought you here, whatever reason for your movement, or a little bit of love for your body, let that be where your thoughts float off to. Feeling the positive thoughts and vibrations of that purpose. Our thoughts create emotions. Those emotions create energy. So creating those thoughts with intention creates that energy that we're searching for. Bring both hands to that low belly right beneath our belly button. We're going to focus in on that breath and that low belly. So as we breathe in, fill that low belly. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Exhale, pull that low belly back towards your spine. Got a couple more breaths. Fill that low belly. Exhale, pull that low belly in. Got a couple more breaths here. The more movement we create in this low belly, the more of a stretch of a benefit we're going to feel, we're going to create here. It's so good for our nervous system, our cardiovascular system, even our digestive system. Okay, move those hands now up to that lowest rib. Sit up tall, even lean back in your chair if it feels better here. And as we breathe in, I want you to feel those ribs expand outward like fish gills. And then as you exhale, just let them draw back in naturally. Good, every breath. And release. Feel that expansion through your sides, even through your spine. One more time. Good. Bring one hand to that low belly, one hand to our chest. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to create this movement with our breath. Really breathing through that movement. We'll do a few together, and then we'll do a few on our own. So go ahead and breathe out. Breathe in, fill that low belly first, then the ribs, then feel the chest lift. Exhale, chest down, ribs in, low belly in. Got it. Every breath, fill that low belly, feel the ribs, fill the chest. Exhale, chest drops, ribs draw in, and then pull that low belly in. Got it. Inhale, fill the low belly, then the ribs, and then the chest. Okay. Continue a couple more on your own. Try to keep those shoulders relaxed. Filling our cup and emptying our cup with our breath. Take one more. Go ahead and release your hands to your lap. Relax your shoulders. Take a moment just to notice this space. And your next breath in, open your eyes, reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. I'm so sorry. One more breath. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Good. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Feel those shoulders relax down and away from your ears. Feel your chest draw high into your thumb knuckles. Take a moment to notice that breath. Good, and release. Hands down onto your lap. We're gonna roll those shoulders one at a time. So one shoulder up and back, and then the other, up and back. Good. Just like we're taking a swim, nice and slow. Good. It never fails. As soon as I'm in a yoga class, it's the only time my phone rings, my buzzer rings, only time. Good. One more set on each side. Good. And release. Ah, awesome. Feel that stress just melt away from your shoulders here. We're going to bring one arm onto our right. It's either going to be on your lap. I'm lucky enough to have a nice arm rest. If you're on a couch, just bring your hand down to the couch. We're going to then reach that other arm up. Good. Just feeling that whole left side lift up. Good. Take a deep breath in. Reach a little bit higher, like you're reaching for that tallest cabinet. And then exhale, release. Good. Switch sides, just other side. Reach that right arm up. Feel that length. We really stretch out that whole shoulder girdle. So we feel it in our rib cage, in our back. Good. So important. It really, if we did this more often to our body, we would essentially even get a little taller. Good. We're creating all this space here. We're leaving a lot of tension. Breathe in, reach, and relax. Good. Shake out those shoulders. Perfect. We're going to bring those arms all the way up towards the ceiling and then tight little balls and then almost violently open them up. Good. And remember, we do this to get that lymphatic system moving, to get the blood flowing through our fingers. Good. So good if we have, if our fingers are swollen, our wrists are swollen. It's good for you if you have arthritis here. Good. Almost the more violent you can do, again, make sure it doesn't hurt, the more you're going to feel the benefits. Good. Good. So if you're like writing or doing something with your hands for a long period of time, this is really good for them. And we're really tiring out those arms. One more. Good. And release. Ah, yeah, I can feel it. Good. We're going to move into those legs just a little bit. You know what? Let's move our spine first. Okay. I don't want to shock those legs too much. So we're going to move a little bit up forward on our seat so that we have a little space behind our back. Hands are on our knees. We're going to breathe in, pull that belly button forward. Maybe shoulders reach back. Maybe our gaze comes up. And then exhale, round. Pull those shoulders forward. Pull that belly button back. Just back and forth. Follow your breath. And exhale. Perfect. So good for our spine. There is a lot of doctors and practitioners that say we are only as old as our spine is flexible. So true. So keeping that spine flexible is so imperative to just our all over health. So much is housed in our spine. Good. Just be gentle. These first couple ones always feel tough and rigid. Any other movements here that feel good, take them. Last one. Good, and release. Shake it out a little bit. Now we'll get into those legs. All right, so lots of options here. I'm going to move a little bit to the side so you can see all my feet. All right, you can have shoes on, shoes off, whatever feels best for you. We're going to take that left ankle on top of our right thigh, right above our knee. Now, if this is too much for you, that bottom leg can be longer. If You can even, know your restrictions here. So that ankle can even be on top of your shin. Now, if you've ever had any major hip surgeries, make sure that, and you've been told no auto rotations, you're going to want to sit this one out, okay? All right, so wherever you feel comfortable, I just want you to stay here. I want you to feel a little bit of a stretch. So for some people, this is a lot. And if it's not a lot for you, then I want you to concentrate on maybe folding in to make that intensity appear just a little bit, okay? Now, if you notice yourself making like a painful face, then it's too much, okay? So then just back off a little bit. Perfect. So these muscles here are going to be one of our biggest sets of muscles. It also takes the longest or the deepest muscle. It's going to take us the longest to stretch it out. So those first 20 seconds are going to feel more intense. And then once you get through that top layer of that muscle, then you start to get into that deeper layer and you really start to feel that benefit of that stretch. Now, if you feel so intense here, this means that you have to do this, you should be doing this pose more often, okay? They often tell us that the poses that we dislike the most are the ones that we'll find the most benefit in doing on a regular practice. So notice that. These are really important muscles for us to have stretched out. They, when they're really tight, our sciatic nerve goes through this muscle and they can cause that nerve to be in constant inflammation. So keeping it stretched out is just imperative to that sciatic nerve. Okay, don't forget to breathe through it. Sometimes we hold our breath when we're in a tough stretch. Remember to breathe. Good, and always listen to that leg. If it hurts your knee, don't do it. If it does, even to protect that knee, you can keep those toes flexed because it keeps that knee strong. Okay, just a few more breaths. Just one more breath, big one. Good, and then release. Good, shake out that leg. Good, when I'm sitting for a long period of time, that is exactly the stretch that I need. Like airplane, tight little seat, like that is where my hips want to go. So we'll just go right into the other leg. One side might be way worse. This is my really bad side. If you haven't heard me tell that yet. So very normal for us to have a very flexible side and a very non-flexible side. So don't be alarmed. Just try and feel that same intensity on this side. So for me, on this side, I don't really have to fold forward to feel it. This is enough for me. So if it's too much up here, you're always that option to keep that leg straighter and just feel that outer rotation. Good. Now, a lot of people ask me too that if one side is more tense than the other, does that mean that you should only be stretching one side? And the answer is no. You should be definitely stretching both sides equally because eventually they will start to match up. Just don't forget to stretch that really tight side. Maybe give it another extra 30 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. And then if you start to notice that becomes a little easier, then you can kind of fold into it a little bit. Okay. Just matching that same intensity that we felt on the other side. Just one more breath. then release. Good. Shake out those legs. Wiggle out those shoulders a bit. Good. We'll reset. So big breath in, reach those arms up nice and wide. And exhale to heart. Good. Again, breathe in, out nice and wide. Chest reaches forward. Exhale it in. Last one here. Big breath in, big reach. And exhale. Perfect. Come a little towards the edge of your seat. Bring those feet nice and wide. And then we're going to bring that right elbow towards our right thigh. So adjust as you need it. I don't want you to feel like you're falling off your seat. Okay. So for most of us, as soon as we do this and we lift that left shoulder high, we're going to feel in this left side. That's exactly what I want you to feel. Okay. I want you to feel this muscle from the top of that hip all the way up. Really stretch here. Good. And if you don't feel it, it's probably because you're not taking enough of a twist or you're not lifting that left shoulder up enough. Good, because most of us are pretty tight in here. Good, now we can stay here. This might be enough for a lot of us. Another option is we can reach that left arm up, really trying to reach up towards the ceiling. So almost trying to find length here. Good, couple breaths. Last breath in. And release. Good. Nice and slow, come up. And then we'll switch. Left shoulder, left elbow comes down. Take a moment to be here. And you could even always take that like right hand, press it into your thigh and try straightening it. That's what's going to help you take that little bit of a twist that lengthens this side. Okay. Again, you have that option to stay exactly here. Or you can extend that right arm up. Good. I like to kind of roll my wrist when I get up there. Don't forget to breathe. One more big breath in. And release. Come on up for a second. Wiggle it out. Perfect. We're going to come all the way down to our elbows. Okay, so make sure you're not falling off your seat here. Awesome. So we're going to do a couple different things while we're down here. We're going to move our spine a little bit. And now it's going to be very limited the amount that our spine is going to move, but it's going to be more, it's going to be located more precisely in our back. Okay, so I want you to try to round your back. Good. Like a little hunchback. And then as we inhale, like you're dropping your whole chest down to the floor. Good. You got it. And again, real stiff these first couple ones. You're going to feel it really, you're going to feel it mostly in your shoulders, like your thoracic spine. So that whole part of your spine that's attached to your rib cage. Good. And then just drop it down. And again, be gentle. We don't need to hurt here. These little movements are what are going to make us feel good. Sometimes people think that, you know, more is better. And yoga it really isn't. It's more about, you know, being gentle, the little movements, building and building, listening to your body. That's what's going to make you feel taller, more relaxed, more full of energy afterwards. Okay, so don't overstretch something. I've done it before. Don't do it. Good, one more. And then release. Good, we're gonna stay here. Now, for some of us, this is gonna be enough. If you feel like you can, bring your hands to the floor. This makes our low back lengthen here. So it kind of arches that very low back. You can let your head hang heavy if that feels good. You can even grab your elbows. This is really good for that low back and those hips. So again, just listen to your body. Plus, anytime we can get our head below our heart, it's like that lymphatic system in our fingers. We just get all this new blood flow to our brain. A lot of studies have shown for years that people who practice yoga are less likely to get dementia or have brain issues or just stay sharp in their head. So they always thought it was yoga and the meditation of it. And then they ended up realizing that gymnasts had those same benefits. So they've really correlated the benefit of getting upside down. Again, just your head below your heart. I'm not asking you to do any handstands. The benefit it is for our brain. And you could start it when you're young, you can start it with your old, it doesn't matter. Just that benefit of doing it has such a huge impact on our brain health. Okay, so we're gonna come up from this very slowly because anytime we do this can make us dizzy. So we'll come up to our elbows. I like to close my eyes here and just take a couple breaths. It's like if you've ever stretched so much that you feel like you're gonna pass out or get dizzy. We don't want that to happen here. Good, now take as many breaths here as you need. And then we're gonna sit all the way up. When you're ready, I like to, again, close my eyes. Couple deep breaths really help here. Good. Again, take as much time as you need. If you're ready for it, inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Big stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Two more. Open your eyes whenever you're ready. There's no rush though. Last one, just fill your breath. Good. Awesome. We'll come towards the edge of our seat a little bit. Perfect. So we're going to stretch out our shoulders, the front of our chest. Now we have a lot of options depending on what you're sitting on. So if you've done it before, like we've done in the past, you can always have like a towel or something that just lengthens your hands. I don't have something right now, but I mean, you could even take a shoe. I might not be big enough for a shoe. But since I'm in one of these kinds of seats today, I'm going to use this. So I'm going to grab for the bottom or wherever feels comfortable. So if you grab somewhere, if you grab the back and you notice you're starting to roll forward, it's too far back, okay? So find something that you can pull those shoulders back. Yeah. You can pull that chest forward. Your gaze can be anywhere that feels comfortable. So if it feels right, you can look up, you can look forward. I even know some people like to do neck rolls here. I don't like to do them, so I won't. But for me, I just really love that stretch. Good. Such important muscles to stretch. We're always using them. Sometimes we need to stretch them. And release. Shake them out a little bit. Perfect. We're going to bring our arms out nice and wide here. Palms are forward, and we're just going to give ourselves a nice big hug. Perfect. So most of us feel this. This is quite the stretch for our shoulders, for our arms, and even parts of our rotator cuff. So if this hurts your shoulders in any way, don't do it. Good. Good. Again, listen to your body. Perfect. Remember, one arm is on top. We're going to switch, but we're going to have a little fun in the transition of it. So we're going to open our arms, palms are forward, and I want you to straighten those arms and reach them back. Yeah, so you'll feel this stretch all along that forearm, and then switch, other arm on top. Okay. Good. This side can feel different. So again, listen to it. If it doesn't feel good on this side, don't do it. Good. We're going to open our arms again, reach them back just like we did. Nice big stretch. And release. Good. We'll give our upper body a break. We'll get back into those feet. Okay. So sit somewhere comfortable. You probably want to be a little bit more on the edge of your seats. And let's take that right foot and let's move it forward. Heel goes down on the floor. Toes point up. Hopefully you can see a little bit of my toes. No. There we go. All right. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And then again, your heel's on the floor. Mine's lifted just so you can see it. And then we're going to flex the toes back. And then we're going to flex the toes forward. Okay, front to back. Front to back. Just keep on moving it. Sorry, you guys. It's telling me my phone. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, what a day today, huh? My computer was saying it was going to die on me. Good. So just keep on doing that. And then let's take those big circles. You just got to roll with the day, right? It's going to be that kind of day. Reverse those circles. Perfect. All right, I want you to flex that toe all the way forward. And then all the way back. Just kind of hold it there for a second. Again, make sure you're sitting up tall. Gotta relax that foot. And then I want you to really wiggle those toes. So kind of the same idea that we were wiggling our hands. Do that with your toes. Good. Good. One of my favorite things that I do when I teach little kids yoga is we concentrate on our toes. So we're going to try it because most of us are probably barefoot right now as opposed to when we're in class. So I want you to concentrate and think of like spreading all of your toes apart. Spread them all apart. Perfect. Now crunch them all together. Good. Relax your foot. Now see if you can concentrate on just wiggling that pinky toe. It's not going to happen, but it really helps engage that brain movement connection. Good. One more time, spread all your toes and then release. Shake out that leg a little bit. And we'll stay on that same leg. We're going to press that heel forward. Okay. Toes point up. Remember, we're sitting up nice and tall here. All right. Hands come to that left thigh. And then I want you just to imagine pulling that low belly into your thigh. Good. So no just rounding forward. You're not going to feel it. You might need to move on that seat. it's not comfortable, if it feels like it's cutting into your thigh. Perfect. I really want you to feel this stretch right in the back of that right thigh. Okay, that's that hamstring. So it's really important we stretch it. That, and then go ahead and lift up, release, wiggle that leg out. And then we'll switch, move into that left leg. Remember those toes point up, heels down, sit up tall. And then we're gonna flex the toes forward and back. Good. Yep. Just like we did on the other side while I was fixing my, plugging my computer in. Two more. Got to flex those toes back. Hold it here. And those flex those toes forward and just take a moment to hold it. Got to release that foot. And then we're going to concentrate on those toes a little bit. So take a moment to just wiggle the toes, kind of wake up those toes. Those toes are so used to being scrunched up. And those toes are really there to help us with our balance. So if they're all scrunched up, not moving, you know, they're not there to kind of balance us. So giving them a little love is important. Good. Now I want you to concentrate on spreading the toes apart. Okay, spread them apart. I know it feels weird. Don't get a Charlie horse in your foot though. I've been there. Good. Now scrunch them together. Good. Relax that foot. And now just think about moving that pinky toe. When I make little kids do this in yoga class, you should see that look of determination on their face. I'm sure a couple of you guys are doing it right now. Good. Wiggle those toes one more time. Good. And then release. Perfect. Come back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Arms reach up. Big stretch. And exhale, hands to heart. Two more just like that. Big breath. Last one. Big breath in. Perfect. Now we're going to move on our seat just a little bit. So come towards the edge and then turn to the left. If you can, if you're on a couch or a bigger chair, you'll just have to adjust as needed. Okay. We're going to take that right leg and just reach it out towards the side. Now, if you notice, this is going to make you kind of lean back. I want you to try to get those shoulders right on top of your hips. Sit up nice and tall. Feel that stretch in that inner thigh here. And breathe. Got one more breath here. And then we're just going to release it. Wiggle it out. And then switch to the other side. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Then reach that left leg out. Try to pull those shoulders back on top of your hips. They'll help you feel that stretch here. And breathe. Keep that length in your spine. One more breath. And then release. Shake out that leg. Shake out those shoulders. One at a time, two at a time, whatever feels good. All right, sit all the way back in your seats. And just like we always do, you're at home. So utilize this time to find somewhere really comfortable in your chair. Whether it's your chair, your couch, you can lay down if you want to. Just find somewhere that you feel like you can completely relax your body. Take any wiggles out of your body that you need to take out. Let your eyelids close. Let the expression on your face be that of calm and peace, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be in this very moment. Letting the skin on your forehead go soft. Let that tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. Feel your jaw soften. Those lips split open. Feel your shoulders roll away from your ears. And then feel your ears roll down towards your shoulders. Notice your breath as it slowly moves through. Feeling calm and centered. Bringing your focus into your intention for your practice today. That reason you came to move. You came to this space. The reason you breathe for this last hour. Again, creating those thoughts with intention. Meditation is not about thinking of nothing. It is about being focused on intention. Focused on cultivating something beautiful, creating this energy that radiates through our body. Changing how we feel, how we interact with ourselves and with others. That's why a quote or a picture can cultivate such a beautiful feeling inside of us. It can really shape our whole day if we let it. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Let those little movements get bigger. And when you're ready, just take a nice deep breath in, reach those arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Lift your chest high into your thumb knuckles. Take a really deep breath in. Long breath out. Thank you for sharing this practice with myself and those around you. We always end our practice with Namaste, and that just means the light in me honors that light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate knowing you're there, moving our bodies, enjoying this energy, and just creating a happy world. I'll see you next Thursday, and have a blessed week. Bye.